Hey, what's up? Before this video starts, I just want to say thank you for 100 subs on this channel. Like, holy shit, it's amazing to me that 100 people like listening to me do what are pretty much rants about movies and TV shows. Seriously, thank you for that. And a quick message for my buddy Merrick's, who is on Twitch, so if you want to, go check him out. I'm coming for you.
Pause!
Wait, what? Oh god, that sounded so much more sus than that. Damn it. Okay, anyways, we're both in the triple digits now, and I think it'd be nice competition between me and him to see who can get some more stuff by the end of the year, considering it's already September, almost in October as the time I'm recording this. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say, but without further ado, here is some canceled animated movies.
Hello, how are you? I am under the water.
So when it comes to canceled animated projects, one I don't see too much of, I think really the only time I've seen someone cover it was Daz Reviews in his canceled project series. This film was going to be made with Image Movers Digital and Walt Disney. You know, the people who made Mars Needs Moms, that visual cancer of a movie, which ended up playing a role in this story, but pretty much Image Movers was going to do a remake of the 1968 critically acclaimed The Beatles' Yellow Submarine. Now, I haven't seen the movie because, unpopular opinion, I don't really care for the Beatles.
You need to leave!
Okay, but for you Beatles fans who, if any of you watch this, I do respect them for what they did when it comes to shaping the music landscape. But anyways, back to the project. For this one, Zemeckis wanted to put his twist on the movie by making it a motion capture movie, which I can acknowledge can look good, but with Image Movers, you can either get A Christmas Carol or Mars Needs Moms. The quality, it's a mixed bag. But originally, this project got cancelled before we ever got any test footage or a trailer, thanks to Mars Needs Moms just tanking at the box office, making $39.2 million, which is more money than this really deserved, on a budget of, get this, $150 million.
I beg your pardon?
Guys, this is why we are failing as a species. So it looked like we were never going to see anything of this project, but in 2021 we got some leaked footage of what it was going to look like, and I mean, it actually didn't look bad, but if I'm being honest with myself, would I ever watch this if it ever did get made? No, probably not.
When I was a lad, I ate 4 dozen eggs.
Okay, I'm still disappointed that this never got made. So Popeye was a project that was going to be directed by Genndy Tartakovsky, the guy who directed the first 3 Hotel Transylvania movies. Plus, unlike Submarine, where we got a little bit of unreleased footage like years later, with Popeye, we got a full minute and 18 seconds of test animation showing off how it would look, and what they had was stupidly good, and it gave off the vibe perfectly of how the cartoon was like. Plus, according to the Sony Animations fandom, apparently all the test runs with audiences were overwhelmingly positive. But for some reason, Genndy Tartakovsky left the project to direct Can You Imagine, meaning that Popeye was not going to be released in 2016, resulting in it getting cancelled. That just left me wondering, why would you leave a project if you had positive feedback? And we actually got a quote from Tartakovsky talking about why he left the project. And here's the direct quote. Popeye, at least, we put up a great screening. Everybody really liked that sizzle. We got a positive reaction. I was in love with what we were doing. But I think the studio is going through changes, and I don't know if they want to make the Popeye that I want to make. So they've got to make a decision. Right now, I'm off. So he pretty much just left because the studio wasn't going to let him make his own movie, which just sucks because the little bit we got was so good. I don't know, I kinda hope this does end up being like a Nimona situation where we end up getting to see this at some point. We could have had this, but instead we got the goddamn Emoji Movie. This was one of the most recent canceled projects, but this one, it is on a whole other level of stupidity with these studio execs. Because not only did this movie sound enjoyable as hell with Wile E. Coyote having to deal with the legal system, I don't know, that just sounds like a recipe for good comedy. Plus apparently it had a positive reception with test audiences, along with the fact that the movie had been completely finished, but Warner Bros. Instead thought it would be a good idea to use it as a $30 million tax write-off. Are you kidding me, guys? It does not take a rocket scientist to realize that the decision you made was honestly one of the dumbest things you could have done. Warner Bros., I swear to God, I will beat your ass! Unfortunately, this movie won't be like a Nimona situation where we will see it eventually, because according to Will Forte, who would have been Wiley's lawyer in the movie, Warner Bros. Deleted the film off the face of the earth. All I can say is, fuck you, Warner Bros. We got The Flash, but we couldn't get this. So Pixar has projects that have been cancelled, but this was the one that has the most information and development out of any of the others, that aren't counting the Circle 7 era where Disney wanted to make sequels of Pixar's originals as a giant fuck you to Pixar. But Newt was going to be a love stories about a species of newts where the last two species have to hate fuck in order for the survival of their species. Doesn't that sound familiar? Well, it should, because this was the plot of Rio, but no, that wasn't the reason this didn't come full circle. It just wasn't shaping up the way Pixar was wanting it to be, because Pixar is known for high quality. You know, that statement holds up occasionally, Pixar, right? Like, are we just forgetting Cars 2 existed? This was a project I actually had no clue was ever meant to happen, that was going to be produced by DreamWorks. Plus, I'm not gonna lie, I would have 100% seen this, because like most of Gen Z, I played this game to death on my old iPod. I'm only 18 and saying that makes me feel like a damn fossil. Plus, I was the kid who played this on the DS and beat it multiple times. And I love PvZ2, you know, before it became the most pay-to-win game. Plus, looking through the concept art drawn up for the movie, it looked really good, and I would have loved this movie. But you want to hear what the rumored reason is for why this movie got canceled? It would have been too scary for kids. So let me put this in my brain. DreamWorks making a movie that would have been too scary for kids. The same company that made Shrek the Third and Shark Tale. Not to mention Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, where death is the literal antagonist and is honest to God more creepy than any other villain in DreamWorks history. I don't buy that. Unless it was just trying to be a straight up horror movie, then that's a bit more believable.
Oh, scary! Oh, shiver my timbers!
So Bone is a comic book created by Jeff Smith, and I feel so bad for this man, because he has tried for years to get his comic book made into a movie or TV series. But each attempt has been cancelled, with the most recent one being from Netflix, when they had their huge animation purge. Which, I really hope this man finally gets to see his work in a movie or TV series someday. But I think that's gonna be all the animated projects I want to cover. But I hope you've enjoyed. Take care and peace.